Today is June 23rd. On this day in 1991, the world was introduced to the world by Sega, Sonic the Hedgehog. And since that day, we've been running in his footsteps ever since. So in other words, surprise! Happy birthday, Sonic!
I wanna wish you a happy birthday. I wanna help you celebrate.
And we here at Playfur Cinema want to help you celebrate your birthday too. By not only preparing a surprise for you, but a surprise that the viewers will also enjoy as well. And what do we do here best at Playfur Cinema? That's right, we celebrate our anthropomorphic women. And you are a guy that knows women all too well, don't you player? Because in your steep history, you've managed to rack up quite a few of them. Some more genuine than others, while some you had no business being with. And so, today we're gonna look back at the many girls that was a victim of your heartbreaking. Since the freedom fighters came together in 1993, they have always been a family, growing even stronger in the Archie Comics series since their TV series ended in 1994. As such, Bunnie, Rabbot, and Antoine got to form the relationship they didn't get to have in the TV series. Antoine and Bunnie is one thing, but Sonic and Bunnie? What blasphemy is this? I mean, I gotta be joking, right? I mean, there's a reason a lot of people don't ship Bunnie and Sonic. They're like brother and sister, just like Sally and Bunnie are like sisters. But I'm actually not kidding. There was a time period where Bunnie and Sonic actually had a short fling with each other. That short fling took place in Sonic Archie Comics 152. And don't you just love the cover? It's so ironic! In story 2 titled Sonic's Angels, two parties were facing a breakup. Not only was Antoine and Bunnie broken up, but also Sally and Sonic were no longer together either. This was sometime after the infamous slap. Sometime during the story, Bunnie finds herself abducted. When her screams could be heard over the radio, Sonic went to go rescue her. In the meantime, Bunnie found herself being completely torn apart by an evil computer named Adam. Towards the end of the issue, after Bunnie is rescued, she rewards Sonic with a very passionate hero's kiss. It's like one of those moments where it's so wrong, yet you can't stop watching. But either way, nothing more came of this relationship. After this issue was over, they went on as if it never happened. If your girlfriend told you that she dated a guy named Scourge, it's best you stay far the hell away from her. Because chances are, she is nothing but trouble. And that is exactly what this devilish vixen brought with her. I won't go into full details about Fiona's character, cause I'm saving those for Furry Girl profiles. But the first time Tails saved Fiona, she ended up being a robot. This robot was based on the actual girl that was imprisoned by Robotnik. Long story short, Tails had a crush on Fiona. But every time Sonic would try to confess his feelings to her, Sonic would cock-block him. Sonic knew Tails had feelings for Fiona, but Sonic supposedly was trying to not see his best buddy get hurt. So he went and snatched his best friend's love from right under him. Because that's what best friends do. They snatch your love from right under you just to protect you. This can go down so far as one of Sonic's biggest jackass moments. One of my favorite girls who I will admittedly say probably added nothing important to the Archie Comics series, Mina Mongoose. She was a huge fangirl of Sonic, which means she was basically Amy Rose, and the true Mary Sue of the series which nobody felt compelled to beat on. It seemed like whenever Sonic and Sally had a breakup, they would always briefly walk into somebody else's arms. One can say Mina's one true purpose was to just be a romantic rival with Sally Acorn, but like most relationships that try to get between Sonic and Sally, they all ended in disaster. No permanent damage was done to Mina Mongoose. Eventually her heart healed and she found another boyfriend, who had the personality of a stomp and nobody cared for. Let's summarize it like this. Mina Mongoose was meant to cockblock Sally Acorn, and Ash was meant to cockblock Sonic. They were perfect for each other, I guess. Nope. Oh, sweet fuck. Here's a title that doesn't even need an introduction. The single worst Sonic game ever created. It was so bad that even Sega had to render it uncanon. In fact, people buy it just to see how bad it is. It also gave us a girl named Elise.
I have no words.
A woman who looked like she belonged in Final Fantasy. This game also went against one of Sega's biggest pet peeves, romance in a Sonic game. While she's not a furry girl, she was still one of Sonic's many girlfriends, and she was pretty much furry at heart. Right from the beginning, Elise and Sonic were involved in some really corny romantic scenes, pretty much every time they were around each other. But of course, I don't find it corny. I'm a sucker for romance. And it was still a better love story than Son Amy. Yeah, I went there.
Really? I suppose you can do better? Is grass green? Is water wet?
Meet the first ever Sonic couple. Back in the early 90s, in a time period where Sega of America was doing more than Sega of Japan, they were inspired by the enslaved critters that Sonic would save throughout his adventures. And that inspiration went on to create the Knothole Freedom Fighters, which we now know as Sonic Saturn.
Uh-oh, Sal. What's wrong?
I thought you were gonna help.
But what about yesterday?
What about it?
Didn't I help yesterday?
No.
Sally was basically Sonic's foil in every way. Sonic is the type who runs headfirst into danger, and Sally is the type that likes to do things by the book, while both equally hating to lose an argument. Sally till this day is still Sonic's strongest relationship. There is no female in Sonic history that Sonic has gone above and beyond for like he has with Sally. Basically, she's the only woman that Sonic has ever said I love you to. And before Sega ruined it for everybody by declaring no more relationships in the comics, there was even once a possible future that showed us Sally and Sonic married with 2 kids. So yeah, as much as I went through this relationship before, I don't really have to explain them again. So with that, I guess it's time to wrap things up. So once again, happy birthday Sonic, and may you make it to many more. Wait, what's that? You still want me to do Amy? Fine, I'll do Amy. Overrated, overly obsessed brat who can't seem to take a hint that Sonic wants nothing to do with her. Maybe, just maybe, if she would stop trying to hump Sonic's leg every 5 seconds, maybe Sonic will be calm around her. But of course we know that's not getting ready to happen. So with that being said, thank you! Good night!